Hi, welcome back to Layers of Cakes. I'm Cakes, and today it's gluten-free tortillas. So you're going to need 3 basic ingredients: flour, salt, and shortening. These are the tools that you're going to need to make your tortillas. In a fairly good sized mixing bowl, add 1 cup of flour, a little bit less than half a teaspoon of salt, and mix that together really well. Once you've mixed that together, add 2 tablespoons of shortening. You can also use lard. I've even used bacon fat, and it's come out really well either way I've done it. Mix it really well. You want to get your lard or shortening to pea size. Now you're going to add warm water a little bit at a time. Don't add the whole thing at once. I did a 1/4 cup. I ended up not using all of it, but you want to have a little bit more than you think you're going to need, and just keep adding it and mixing it really well, adding water, mixing, adding water, mixing, until you get a Play-Doh status dough. It's going to be moist and squishy, but not crumbly. This is a little challenging when you have gluten-free flour, so it might take a couple tries before you get a good dough. I apologize about the camera angle. I didn't realize how far off I was when I was filming it. Alright, so all the dough is off the side and into a ball, and it's pretty pliable. You're going to need to make sure if it's crumbly, add a little bit more water. If it's too moist, add a little bit more flour. Don't go overboard though, this is very delicate. So this did make 7 tortillas in the end. Initially, I spread my flour out, getting ready to roll out my dough, and then I divided it into 7 balls that I'm going to roll out into tortillas. The first tortilla is always like the first pancake. They just never come out right. You have to practice on the heat and on the rolling. So the first one always takes a little bit more time and a little bit more patience. But by the end of it, I had it down really well. Obviously, a tortilla press is going to be way better than trying to roll it out, but let's be real, most people don't have tortilla presses. So, a small rolling pin, a glass jar, a glass that you drink out of, anything really that you can push on and that's smooth will work to roll out tortillas. So the first one came out pretty bad. I rolled it kind of thin. This is the third one and it came out really well, so I'm going to go ahead and show you this one. So again, press it out and flour both sides. I learned that before I even get started, just kind of mush it back together, and I didn't flip it anymore. I just rotated it and rolled it, and it came out much, much better. Be able to just pick it up. It did tear a little bit. For the most part, it stayed together very well though. You can use a cast iron pan for this, or a pan like I am using. Really doesn't matter in my opinion, but you know, to each their own. So this was the first one I had rolled out and it just fell apart. It was terrible and I was very impatient because my pan wasn't hot enough. So again, it's like that first pancake. The pan has to get to the right temperature, and once you're there, it just really rolled right along once I had it and had the roll down. So you see how it's starting to get a little brown. That's when you know it's cooked on both sides. I had to show you how lovely this tortilla came out. It was perfect. So when you see the bubbles, that means that it's cooked on one side and you want to turn it over to cook it on the other side. You do have to wait till you see those bubbles and all that dark goodness. If you let it wait too long, it will burn. And it's breakfast time. This is the best gluten-free tortilla recipe I have found. Buying them in store, they're just terrible. Let me know if you try this recipe out. Thanks for watching. Bye!